should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat, while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything. Anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleeds. Truth is that strangers like magicians never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I have to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that. That's catfish, poor performance. What's your number, please, or contact? Buzz you up so I can call that a ballin'.
Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? Fresh tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a D. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets.
Young on it ain't the same. I guess we're on different things. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said there's no fun to blame, but I was not the one to change. Cause I was not the one to save you. You were my everything, now I regret everything. I wanted you here with me, but you didn't want that. It was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, a Sunday night blockbuster, part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. It's the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders on Sunday Night Primetime. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense would take the field. Mims sent in motion here. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
A tight end in motion now. Handoff now for Harvey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He is having his way. Another big game. This time 18 yards and a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And take what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up
from the 34-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Mims sent in motion here. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of. going forward.
He couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get it to the hands of the receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Nix to throw. That one, taken in. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly, there's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. It's not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Commander's first down. Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Merritt. And now for a second time, he loses the football.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
21 yards.
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the give, it's Harvey. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's Lane. That's a very nice return. He's giving the offense a short field. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Rolling to the left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Washington.
Ready! Cougar 19! Ready!
Play action. Here's Daniels. Rolling right. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
18, run! Bronco 80! Let's go!
On play action, Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Come on! Set! 70 Timberwolf!
Eckler. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal.
Here we go, start! Let go!
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Zach Ertz, touchdown Washington. It's his third touchdown of the year. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. On the ground with Harvey. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Again, it's Harvey. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but not gaining any either. It's third down.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. And he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
You know, it's so hard to say what goes wrong on these bad snaps, Mike. You know, sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's concentration, sometimes, frankly, it's just bad luck and things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline when they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Nix. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Through the air, connecting with Debo. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Get it. Hawk, set.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Daniels with the give to Kronsky-Merritt, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half.
Come on, come on. Ready?
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Daniels now on 1st down. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he's in! Harry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Back to throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. and the drive will begin there. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now. Daniel. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Daniel. Out wide, it's McLaurin.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniel. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Confirmation for Washington.
To return, it's Mims. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. From 31, here is 2nd and 8. We'll go play action with Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. It's incomplete. Bryant, the target there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They do a really nice job defensively in there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix going for it all. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Samerstill.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18, Rattler. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw is Daniels. On the move left. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively and bring him down for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
5-yard line.
Ready, Lions. Ready.
Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
4 yards.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
18-yard line.
Set. Ready, ready.
On the draw, it is Eckler. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
On second down, it's Daniels. Catch made there by Burks. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third and a yard.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Let go.
They'll go. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush. He goes down. Dre Greenlaw. He's in to drop him for a sack. And that will bring up fourth down. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to make it a two-possession lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Working the middle, that's Harvey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Flush to his right. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are angry.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Nick's gonna throw for it. That is caught. The Commanders come up with it.
This one's going to be tough to stomach. I mean, all he has to do is just hold on to the ball, and they've got a fresh set of downs. He was past the yard to gain, but Unfortunately, even though they gave up the first down initially, the defense was determined to get off the field one way or another, and they found a way to do just that.
A run to begin the drive, and it's Frosty Merritt. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throw here down the field. With ball, incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Third down, 3 to go.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
They'll throw with Daniels. Now pass deep for McClure. And he will go all the way. Harry McClure. Touchdown, Washington. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. Now Daniels. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchdown. Mims sent in motion here. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Mims sent in motion here. On the give, this is Harvey. And finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Third and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. And he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw. It's Nix. to the left side in the hands of Bryant. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders